Good morning, everyone. Welcome to What's Up Wednesday. My name is Erin, and today we're going to be going over property automation. So I'm going to show you how to set up your automation, and then I'm going to walk you through some different things that you can do to utilize the automation the best way possible. So that's going to be our topic today. Next week, we're going to go over squeeze pages, which are also known as landing pages. So I'm going to walk you through setting those up and getting that going. So that's going to be next week. We'll focus on the squeeze pages and show you how to do lead generation and stuff like that. So that's something that we'll focus on next week. A couple of announcements. I'm sure you guys got the monthly newsletter. One of the promos that we're doing this month is if you refer a friend, you get a free month. So they must stay for at least 30 days on the plan, and this is something that you can use. You get a free month out of it. So if that's something you're interested in doing, this is going to be for the everything plan and more everything plan. So this is going to reflect on the agent side only. But if you do have an agent you want to share the system with, I know we hate to give away our tools and our tricks and things that we're doing, but you get a free month out of it. So kind of cool. The more people you refer, the more people you get, or the more months you get free. So kind of a cool thing. Also, some other things we're working on, as I've been mentioning the couple of last week or the last few What's Up Wednesdays, we're finishing up some different things on the Zapier connection, which basically, as I explained, how that's going to work is we're going to have Zapier integrated within agent marketing. So for instance, if you use LionDesk or any type of outside CRM that we do not sync up with or we don't have in our system, you'll be able to sync up with that. So they have tons and tons of different CRMs. So we're really excited for this because I know a lot of you guys do use LionDesk and seem to really like that. So we'll have that all connected and ready to go. We should have that within the next couple of weeks, but don't quote me on that. I know they're kind of doing some beta testing right now and going from there. So we have that. That's kind of what we're working on at this time, and then doing some other really cool things. So just to kind of keep you in the loop and let you guys know exactly what we're doing. So super, super, super excited. You know, it's going to be really awesome to be able to have that available for you guys. So the next thing, I think that was all the announcements I wanted to share with you. I totally forgot. So we do have a new feature through the lead management system. I cannot believe I forgot this because I'm so excited about this. So through the lead management system, we talked about that the last couple of weeks, but we actually have it now to where you can put this on your calendar. So if you're using Google or if you have iOS, Outlook, all of that, you now have the option to add it to your calendar. So what you would do is you go to your leads tab over to the left-hand side and you go to clients. And then when you click on clients, you're going to go to edit. So you'll edit the person here. And then what you can do is you can add a task into your calendar. So for instance, if I want to add a task for maybe the 9th, and then I'm going to do an appointment, and we'll just color code it, and we'll say meeting for coffee. This might help if I can spell coffee. All right, and then you can choose to do the reminder. So once you save it, what it will do is you'll now have this little calendar button here. So you can click on this and you can choose your account that you belong to. So if you do Google, like for instance, I have Gmail and G Suite, what it will do is it will open this up for you, and then it's going to put the notes in here, and then you can go through and you can add in more information if you need to. So this is for Google Calendar, and then you can do the same for Outlook and all of those different things. So this is super, super cool. Really excited about this. So you can go through and you can add this information in and have that available for you. So really, really cool feature. Super, super excited about that. So you now have the calendar integration that you can use, and then you'll be able to utilize that. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to go ahead and get started with our topic. So I'm going to go ahead and go to the agent options here. Now, something I did want to point out to you as a broker for the automation, you do have an option. So, and this is going to be for brokers only who use the system. So if you are a broker and you sponsor agents underneath you that are in your brokerage, you have your agents tab, and then there is a feature. Oh, you know what? I don't have it on this account because this is a mortgage test account. But under your agents tab, you do have an automate agents feature. So there you can keep track of all of your agents that are set up on the automation. So if you go to your agents tab, and then you'll see it says automate agents. So if you are a broker using our system and you sponsor agents, a real estate broker, you'll be able to see that automate agent feature, and you can see all of your agents that are set up on the automation. All right, so when you're logged in under your agent account, and loan officers, brokers, anybody who is on this call today, this is so very important. The reason why this is so important is because this is really simplifying your life. Basically what happens with this is when the agents set up, or when you as an agent, or if you're sponsoring agents, and you guys set this up, what happens with the automation means that when you add a listing into the MLS, what it does is it will automatically add it into agent marketing for you. So you don't have to go through the process of doubling and entering it in twice. You can just have it pull in for you. So this is why this is such a good feature. You only have to enter it in the MLS, and then you're good to go. So to get this started, what you're going to want to do is you're going to go to the gear icon in the top left-hand corner. So you'll see there's the little gear/wheel, and then you're going to go to MLS Pull. Now in this section in here, what I'll do is I'm going to delete this so I can show you exactly how to get this set up from the beginning. All right, so when you get to this section, you'll see that it's going to look like this. So you have option number 1, which is going to be your MLS data source. This is the MLS that you belong to. So you're going to go to the list, you're going to select your MLS. So I'm going to do CRMLS here because that's our local board. And then you're going to hit save. When you hit save, it's going to open up option number 2 for you. Now with the agent identity, you have to have an active listing in order to get this set up. So the reason why this is so important and why you want to do this is because this is going to set up how your listings get pulled in from the MLS. So you can do this when you go through and you click on Find Agent Identity. You have, again, do not use this function until you have an active listing. We have no way of talking to the MLS until you have that active listing associated with the MLS. So once you have that, you're going to go ahead and click on Find Agent Identity. You'll get this little pop-up that says Connect IDX Agent Account. And then it says once you connect your agentmarketing.com account to the IDX Agent Identity, you will be able to use your Automate My Property Sites feature, help us determine how to handle your listing syndications. So, and then it says, click Get Started below to look up your IDX Agent Identity. So from here, you'll click on Get Started. And then one of 2 things is going to happen. You're going to have a screen that looks like this, or you're going to have one that has your name listed there and you can hit choose. If you have one that has your name listed there in a little bubble that you can highlight and get started, that means that you're good to go and you can have that. If you have this, then you may have to enter in an MLS number. So let's see if this will work here. I don't think that I'll be able to get an MLS number here. But basically what happens, because I'm not an agent, so I don't have an MLS number, but what you can do is you'll enter in the MLS number for your property. So for that listing that you have, so you'll put that MLS number in. It can be any one of your active listings, but the listing does have to be active. So you'll put that in there and you'll hit search. What it will do is it will populate with that listing, have your name, and then you hit choose and you can get started. Then over here, you'll see a number code. So when you have a number code, that's going to allow you to get the property information and the automation set up, and you will see a fully automate me button, so you can check that. Once you've done that, you've had it all set up. There was a question coming in, can I use another agent's MLS number to set this up? I say no, and the reason being is because if you set up somebody else's agent identity through your account, you're going to get all of their listings and none of yours are going to pull through. You can only set up one of these at any given time. So if you do belong to multiple boards, I highly recommend setting up the one where you put the majority of your listings. Those listings will pull in, and then you do have the optional additional data sources, so you can put in your other MLSs that you belong to as well. But I highly recommend making sure you put in your MLS numbers or do this for your account setup only, because you want to make sure your listings are pulling through and not another agent's listing. So you have these options. Definitely important to go through and get these set up, just because it's really going to give you the options to get your properties pulled in automatically for you. Now, a couple other things that you have that you can take advantage of, which are super, super cool. If you go to your property tab and then you go down to options, you'll see here it says marketing automation. So there's a couple things here that you can go through and you can do. Once you have the automation set up through the gear icon, you'll see it says fully automate my property. So you can choose to turn this on or off. When you fully automate your properties, if you hover over this, this will give you an exact definition of what it means. But as soon as you fully automate it and you activate your auto pulled listings, what it's going to do is it's going to pull the property in. It's going to create the property specific website for you. It's going to create the text code, the flyers, the YouTube video, all of these features automatically for you. So you don't have to worry about doing that. So the good thing is this is all done for you. If you want the property sites to pull in for you, but you don't want them to auto activate, you still want to take a look at them and see what they look like, then you can choose to turn off the activation auto pulled listings. And then you would just keep it as this, that you have it fully automated, but they're not activating. And then you have a couple options here too. You can do the allow price auto update. So if you update the price within your MLS, then it would automatically update an agent marketing for you, which I think is so cool. So you should have that turned on, just because then you won't forget to put it in agent marketing. It's going to be doing it all for you. And then allow status auto update. So this is if it changes to a sold status, then it would change it within agent marketing for you. So you have that, or if it goes off market, anything like that, then it would change that for you. You also have the Realtor.com auto post virtual tour. So that's done. The YouTube video auto generate is such a huge feature too. So we do create a YouTube video for you automatically. With the YouTube video auto generate, basically what happens is when the photos get pulled in and the property website gets created, then it's going to create a YouTube video for that listing for you. You have a couple different layout choices to choose from. You can choose to do layout 1 or 2. So with these 2 layout choices, it gives you these options to go through and get those set up. If you click on the different layout choices, it gives you an example of what that YouTube channel or the YouTube video looks like. So you can see the different samples of what they look like and then decide which option you want. So you have 2 different templates, and then you can choose to do 1 or 2, and then that's the option. You can ignore the default. I believe the default will go to layout 1, but I would just recommend selecting layout 1 or 2 whenever you decide. And then you have an auto delete property option. Now this is huge if you are, if you're an agent paying on your own and you're kind of worried about your property count. You can actually go through and have the properties auto removed for you. That way it will delete them and you don't have to worry about going through and deleting them, and you're stuck with a bunch of different properties in your account. So with this, you can choose to do when the property expires, 3 months after it expires, 6 months after it expires, 9 months, 1 year, 2 years. Basically, when it expires, when you go through and you activate a property website, it's good for a full year. So you have 365 days for that property to remain active. When it goes to expired status, that just means that the property needs to be reactivated. I hope all of your listings sell before that year is up, which I'm sure a majority of you guys do. When I talk to a lot of you, you say that you guys have listings flying off the market and it's even hard to get them into the system. So that's a good problem to have. But if you need it to go through and auto delete for you, I would highly recommend doing this. That way it just kind of keeps up and cleans house for you. The next thing I wanted to show you that kind of goes along with the automation as well, and this will be the last thing we cover, and then we'll go through and open it up for questions. Basically, you're going to go to the gear icon here in the top left-hand corner again. You're going to go to account options. Now you'll see it says property website default. Now here, this is another important setup feature that you have for this. Now with the property website default, what happens here is when you have your properties auto pulled in, you can choose what layout choice you want to have. So for instance, say that you absolutely love layout 9. That's just your favorite layout, absolutely the one you love, you want to use every single time. You can select layout 9, you can choose your style, you can choose your default domain. Anytime a property gets pulled in, it will pull in with layout 9 and your isnowforsale.com domain. So this is setting up your last changes that you have for this. This is huge because this is allowing you to set up that automation, allowing the template you want to go through and have set up as well. So that's something that you can choose to use and have available for you as well. So another great important feature to have. So super, super cool. All right, I'm going to go ahead and open it up for questions now. So let me pull up the question box here and we'll see what questions you have. All right, if you are in multiple MLSs, can you pull from one MLS per account? Yeah, so you will need to go ahead and just have it pulled from one MLS right now. So you'll need to have that available. You can do the one, and then if you need to pull in, because I know some of you do belong to multiple MLSs. So that's why I had mentioned when you go through and you set it up, use the MLS for the auto pull that you put the majority of your listings in. And then if you have multiple MLSs, then you can just add those onesie-twosie listings in by going to the property tab, properties, and add new. And you can pull it in with an MLS number, but it's not going to be that fully automated. Denny, to answer your question, yes, the YouTube video does go to your channel automatically if you set up your YouTube channel in Agent Marketing. So once you have your property set up, you have to have at least one listing in order to get this set up. But what you can do is you can go to the camera icon here, and then you're going to go to video in YouTube. You'll click on the video, and then you'll see that you can authorize your YouTube channel for the properties. So once you do this, you'll just click on authorize, and then it will go through the authorization process to get those all set up. So that's a good thing, is you can go through and set that up pretty easy. How long before the updates are seen online? It really depends on the MLS and how quickly they send us the data. Usually it's within 24 to 48 hours. It really just depends on the MLS though and how quickly they send us. Is this an option for Canadian MLS too? I mean, that depends on your MLS. I know some of them allow us to do the automation. I don't know that. I think TREB, Toronto Real Estate Board, I think they do not send us the data, so we cannot do it for all MLSs in Canada. I know that. Why do you want our fully automate and have automate off? Those are going to be options that you can choose to have it fully automated. Fully automated means that it's going to go through and it's going to pull in the properties. It's going to activate it for you and do everything. If you have that turned off, it's still going to pull in the property and do everything. It's just not going to activate it for you. All right, let me go through some more of these questions. Does the auto delete the listings that are not mine too? Yeah, it would delete the listings that are in your account underneath your property tab. If you automate and then I purchase a personal URL for the property, can I still change to the vanity URL? Yes, so you can go through and do that. What I would recommend doing if you are one who likes to purchase the unique domain names for the properties, I would highly recommend maybe not doing the fully automated and just have it set up with the automation, meaning once you have the property added into the system, then you can go through and update your URL and do that and then activate it. Whereas if you go through and you do the activation property, then you're going to have to regenerate the YouTube video and all of that. So I would go through and set up the automation, but don't do the fully automate me. That way you can set up your URL for the property and then you can go through and automate it at that point. All right, you guys have lots of questions today. I love this. What happens if the property is taken temporarily off the market? So what if it is taken off temporary, you can leave it in Agent Marketing, and you do have an option through Agent Marketing. If it is taken off marketing or off market, it will put it at I can't remember the status that it puts it at, but I know it will go through. I think it just puts it as an inactive status. But if you want to do this, what you can do is go to your property tab, click on properties, Then you can click on edit, and you'll see it says status, so you can change it to inactive or blocked. So it gives you those options to go through and do that. And even if you put it at an inactive status or a blocked status, you can even put in the description that it's off market so you remember. What happens if one of our listings sell? Will it be sold, or will it be showing as sold automatically? Yes, as long as you go through and you set that it does the auto update for the status, then it will automatically mark it to sold for you. Let's see, you guys are so awesome. I love all of these questions. If you already have created the website for a property, will the system still create one if it pulls it in? No. Kelly, what happens is if it sees that you have a property in there already with the MLS number, the system knows to not add that listing in, so it won't duplicate it or anything like that. Will our CRM integrate with any others AM is working on to bring on board? Yes. So Denny, what's going to happen is when we get that Zapier integration all set up, you should be able to have your CRM integrate with that. What I would recommend doing is you can go to Zapier and you can take a look at all of their CRMs that they have set up within their platform. Let's see, is the webinar being recorded? Yes, so on your dashboard, you'll be able to go to the What's Up Wednesday tile. You'll see here that there's the Missed It option in the top right corner. When you click on Missed It, what it's going to do is it's going to allow you to go to the YouTube channel and you can see all the different videos that we have uploaded. Denny, I'm not sure. You'd have to look at Zapier to see if that that CRM is on there. I know they have thousands of CRMs on there, different programs and stuff like that. So off the top of my head, I don't know. You would have to look at Zapier directly or wait until we get that on there. What do people see online when the property is sold? It's going to be your property website. It's just going to have a sold status on there, and it will say that it is sold. So you can use that as a kind of like a resume option. If you have your personal website set up too, you can have your sold listings with a little tab that has all of your sold listings, which is pretty fun to do. Will Zapier be an additional cost or an extra cost? No, there will be no extra cost to you guys. You would just pay for your CRM that you're currently using or in the works of getting set up, and then we'll take care of the Zapier cost for you. All right, guys, it looks like that's it for questions. You guys have been so awesome today. I love all the questions. Thank you so much. It makes me excited that you guys are asking questions and all of that. So if you think of anything that you need more help with, you can always give us a call. Our support hotline number is at the top of our website. You also have this little chat now feature, so you can live chat with our support team as well. I love doing online chats just because it's an easy way you can still multitask and all of that too. All right, guys, thank you guys so much. Have a great rest of your week. I will not be here next Wednesday. Ashley will be doing What's Up Wednesday. So enjoy your Valentine's Day, your love day. I hope you guys all have a great rest of your week. Have a great next week, and we'll see you the following week. Thanks, everyone.